on my video. Sincerely appreciate that, guys. Please like, subscribe, comment down below, hit the little bell icon. Know when I'm putting out next video. I don't know if I said that in the last one. I probably didn't. Yes, my mind is so scattered. But the reason I'm putting out this video, mostly to continue on from what I was talking about in my last video. Be better. But not only that, but I'm also trying to put out some acknowledgement because right now, me and my family are going through some stuff right now, and I'm not gonna put too much detail into it. But my brother, yeah, my big brother, he's going through a little things, and all I'm asking is a little, give me some loves, give me some likes, give me some hearts. So you guys, some of you guys actually have, I know that humanity isn't dead emotionally, because my brother is going through some hell. His wife is going through some things right now, and shout out to my brother if he ever sees this. I love you. You're my bro. Yeah, we've had some issues in the past, bro, but don't assume you're gonna be alone. That's what family is about. Anyway, and shout out to his family. My heart goes out to you all, especially my nephew. I love you, little guy, and his wife, of course. Be safe, be happy. I hope everything goes well for you guys. Anyway, sorry about that. That had to be a little somber. To really, and also another thing I was trying to do. I'm also trying to plug my YouTube, the rest of my YouTube channel, because this is basically a composite YouTube channel. Basically, one part, walkabouts, and the other one is basically I'm a gamer as well. And yeah, you could tell I'm a bit of a nerd. I love video games as much as any particular weeb. Hey, how's it going? Nicole? I'll just call you Nicole. Thank you very much, Nicole. Oh, my favorite game? It's really hard to explain that one. I love video games in general. The few games I don't like to play are rhythm games, because I barely have any kind of rhythm. And I don't like racing games because I suck. And I don't like sports games. I really don't. It's just, they don't really grab me. I'm not a sports kind of guy. If there is sports entitled in the game, fine. As long as it's part of the game, it's fine. I don't care. Yeah, no, man, seriously. They're fun for what they are, but, like, do I want to buy exclusively a racing game? No, not really. Like, sometimes they're fun, but nothing too exclusive. Like, if people ask me, Need for Speed, no thanks, I'm good. If the game itself has a racing thing, I'll play it just to get past certain points in the game. If I have to, man, I have to. Let's do it. I'll figure it out. I'll even do shortcuts like everybody does. Everybody pulls a fucking shortcut. Let's just face it. Nah, I'm not too far. Really? Nah, I'm not too far into the GTA games, because honestly, they're fun and all, but the problem I have most of the time with those kind of games is I feel like sometimes some of the stories are so linear, it's hard to get really into them. And like I said, the problem I'm always having with these games is there's a lot of racing in it, and I don't really like racing games, to be honest. I mean, honestly, it's plus there's a point where you get to you have to go to a place that's like 20 miles that way, and it takes you 20 actual minutes to get there. It doesn't make sense to me. Yeah. Yeah, and there's a lot of memes out online going, "Oh, we got this before, GTA 6." And I'm like, "Yeah, there's probably a good reason for that, because they're trying to iron out the details." They did the same thing with Hogwarts Legacy. Mind you, I got that game on launch, literally on launch. I was looking forward to it because I love Harry Potter. And those are the type of games I prefer. I prefer games like, I prefer RPGs. I prefer, actual. Some most of the time I like fighting games too. Sword fighting. I'm doing a game right now. It's called Expedition 33. It is so much fun. It's difficult at times, but it's the point of the game is basically you go around. It's a turn-based game. And the cool part about it, I love it, is even on the bad guy's turn, you can counter. You just got to do it right. But sometimes I fail, but I think that's half the fun, personally. Because when I fail, I just look like an idiot, or I look sick. Depends. No, it's actually really good. You really have to get into it. You have to really get into it, because it does seem like a boring game, but the gameplay is good. The characters have a lot of potential, honestly. My recommendation, if you're in the mood for a good story, it is going to be very confusing at the very beginning, because it doesn't give you everything all at once. It gives you the full story later. The more you play the game, the more you're going to get the story. So I'd recommend it. But you really have to, you have to be a trooper about it. You have to struggle a little, because the story is not. The one thing I love about this game is I noticed it will make you struggle for it. It really will. And I actually kind of like it that way, because it has more fun. It's more fun that way, because it makes you work for it, and when you finally get it, it is so satisfying. It really is, because you're getting into it. You're thinking, oh, so that's how it worked. Oh, okay, cool. That's personally my opinion on that. So honestly, Expedition 33 is definitely worth playing a game. I'm also considering doing other games right now. I'm going to do later, maybe tomorrow, or because I'm doing weekend games as well. For the week, what's my favorite game? I'm pretty sure somebody else asked me that question. Again, it really depends. But one of my favorite games I'll always remember is a game called Legend of Dragoon. Love that game because it's just what I think is a peak game. Mind you, it has its flaws, but I think as far as nostalgia-wise, it's definitely worth it. It has a turn-based mechanic. One of my favorite features is basically the transformation feature. Your main characters basically transform, cast magic. Hell, you even have items that cast magic. It's so cool. I love it. And the story is so intertwined. Like, one of my favorite things about it is most, if not all, the characters are intertwined together in one way or another. And that's one of my favorite things about it, is like when there's a connection to everyone that has ever enjoyed that you play with. Hennessy, point of living, me, really depends, man. You gotta find your own thing, man. Personally, me, I love when people smile. I know it's cheesy. It sounds horribly cheesy, but I love when people smile. I make jokes, corny ass jokes. If you guys haven't seen my other videos, I make the randomest jokes ever. If you give me a good subject, I might be able to swing a joke out of it. Just don't expect it to be ha ha funny. Just more like, okay, that was clever ish. That kind of joke, you know? But I've had moments where I make a joke as corny as it is, like the most cheesiest joke you'll ever hear, and it's not the joke itself. Sometimes it's just the way that it's delivered, the way, people have said that I have a very unique sense of humor, and I'm like, yeah, sometimes dark, very dark. I mean, I've made jokes. I've made jokes about virtually anything, and I make it seem like it's my quirky personality. A lot of times it is, but it's just me putting out my 2 cents into life. As far as life goes in general, I just like making people laugh. Or if anything, just give them a little smile, something like that. And there is no joy in that is beyond anything that I've ever known in my life, beyond making anyone and everyone, including little ones, little kids. I love making them laugh. And don't try to roast me out there, guys, because I'm pretty sure any of you guys would agree with me that when you see a child laugh, it is the most amazing thing in the world. It is magical, and I only say this because it's the truth. So if you're asking me what makes me happy to be alive, is finding joy in life. Even if there's sometimes it seems a little dark, I try very hard to find joy. If I don't, well, life hardly is worth living, is it? So that's why I do. I find my own way of making people laugh, making people happy, or at least smile. And when I see that, it makes my day. And when I see little kids smile, laugh, giggling, running around doing their little shenanigans, not hurting nobody, it makes my century. It really does. Because I want to see a society where kids can run around and just not be afraid. Not be afraid of people abducting them, things like that. Because every time I hear those stories online about kids getting hurt or getting abused or getting abducted, my heart stops. And my running joke is, I don't have a heart. Well, thank you, man. I appreciate that. Sincerely appreciate it. Hennessy. No, but like I said, the reason I put out these videos is just basically, if you guys don't see any, if you see some good stuff in the world, please check it out. Honestly, look at the world and try to find some good happiness, because believe me, or at least invoke it. Invoke happiness. Try to spread it. Try to make people happy. Try to make people, because that way we can look at the news and not see another mass shooting. Because every time I hear these stories where these people go in and start plugging everybody, and I'm like, what the fuck? It's like, okay, first of all, what happened to this person that made him horrible enough to go to a school in general and start hurting people, let alone blasting everyone? I mean, good gods on high. I heard that story about that. I don't know when it was, but about some mass shooter going into I think it was a kindergarten or something like that, and hurting, I think, 2 or 3 teachers, and a couple of kids got downed. And I'm like, damn, it broke my I would like to say non-existent heart, but let's just face it, I do have a heart. I just prefer to, cut it out of my own chest and throw it in a throw it on the bottom of the sea, because if I keep feeling things, people will disappoint me. And that's one of the biggest reasons why I look for happiness, or at least cause it for myself and others, because I don't see it happening organically. I literally have to stimulate it. I have to make people happy. I think that's one of the reasons why I do that. What I do is because I know for a fact, if I don't try to put out the good vibes, the good positive vibes, like you said, thank you very much, by the way. I don't feel like this world will have any left. I don't know if that's just my personal opinion, or it's just something I've noticed in life, that unless you yourself, personify certain feelings that you wish to have in the world, there is no such thing as those feelings. So all I do is basically make people laugh, make people happy, and maybe I like to think that if I did that on a very small scale, I prevent one more tragedy, because this world is already tragic as enough as it is. I mean, seriously, the world has gone to hell. People plugging each other left, right, center, for whatever dumb reason, because I'm going to call it dumb, because if it's not for survival, even if it is for survival, there's got to be a better way, ladies and gentlemen. There's no real particular reason why you should go around and hurting anybody else. Like, even if it was for survival, there's definitely another way. There's always coexistence, but apparently some people can't fathom coexistence. They can't figure it out. They can't realize, hey, somebody else is different than me. Oh, we gotta get rid of him because he's dangerous, because he's different, or they're different. I'm like, the fuck? I heard many horrible stories about, I had a buddy of mine. He wanted to be a Muslim, right? And here's the thing: Muslim is not a race. Here's the thing: a lot of people don't understand that being a Muslim is not a race; it's a religion, and a lot of times it becomes a way of life. Hey, look, I'm not a religious guy. Go for it. Do your thing. Do your thing. My only stipulation is if it doesn't hurt anybody else, like you or your family or society in general, which it doesn't, because most religions Oh yeah, no, that's what I'm saying, man. That's and I have a coworker that is from India, and he actually has family. Yeah, no, trust me, I get that. I got a buddy of mine, like I said, my coworker. He work he work he has family in India, and he think the gods on high told me that yeah, they got out, and the whole he's giving me updates left to right and center. I'm like, bro, I don't want to hear it no more. Like, if I want more information, I go to the fucking news, and I don't even look at the news no more for the same reason. Like, I'm horrified at what I see on the news half the time. It's either a mass shooting, another war in fucking Europe, some schmuck being reported for molestation, and I'm like, it's like, what has our world gone to the point where we gotten that far that we become routine in expressing no emotion and showing a child molester. You know what's bad? And I'm not trying to be political here. You know what's really bad? When our own government does not prioritize citizens when it comes to laws. There's actual laws that actually protect molesters, as if there were any other protected, as any other, like if you were handicapped. Like they treat them like it's a mental disease. I'm like, no, it's not the mental disease that I have issues with. It's them specifically, because it's not mental. It's just them. They they know it's wrong, but they do it anyway because it's a compulsion. It has nothing to do with the fact that they're mental. It's just something that they embodied, and they never thought to themselves, if I do this, that this poor child, you know? And it sickens me to the very marrow of my ever-loving soul that I can never imagine anybody else doing those things to another human being, let alone a child. Mind you, I won't deny it. I've had dark thoughts of mutilating people like that. Due justice, of course. Somebody, like, I'm pretty sure. See, not hey. You see, people are smart, man, and I'm saying you, Hennessy, bro. Like like I've seen a lot of these horrible people doing shit, man, and I'm thinking to myself, what is going down with our government saying, oh, well, I mean, it's okay. They're just sick. I'm like, we knew that. We know that they're sick. The difference is, for any disease, you first treat the symptoms, right? Well, yeah, generally. You make sure that the symptoms don't get too far gone. You make sure that they're managed. See, that's the difference. You manage the symptoms is the first step. Second step is to root it out like a cancer. Make sure you see where it went wrong. Check out where the roots come from. And then gut that damn disease out. Prove it to the world that you don't go out and say, hey, you're a child molester. Don't shank them. Mind you, the compulsion is there, I'll admit. But that doesn't mean you go out and do that crap. You don't. Because that personifies violence. All you do is make sure that your facts straight. And yes, use the system against them, guys. And that's what I'm trying to say. Use the system against them. And that's how we live this world now. This information society. Might as well use it. Use the system against these effers. They're trying to use it to defend themselves, to protect themselves as a blanket. You know what you do? You know what you do? Let them hang themselves with it. That same red tape can actually be their noose as much as their security blanket. All we have to do is use it. All I'm saying is do it right. We're not animals anymore. Use what we got. And make sure you tell your congressman, you vote for the right petitions. Put out a petition saying, hey, we need to make laws to prevent this happening, because I don't want to hear about little Timmy on the news getting molested and then murdered because he wanted to go out inside and play. If I ever had children, I'm afraid to let my kids out, because some schmuck down the street going, ooh, Timmy looking good at 5. Ooh, that looks good. And I'm like, dude, back off, or I knock your teeth down your throat. I've had that situation once. Yes, I admit. I had it to the point where this guy basically tries the old. So basically, long story short, my sister, I'm sorry to hear that, and my condolences, my bud. Because That's what I'm talking about. That kind of shit is the reason why I feel that we need to get more involved, more people out there saying, "Hey, we gotta fix these problems. We gotta fix innocent people are hurting themselves, hurting each other, hurting innocents in general." And what is the government doing? They're putting up legislation to protect these people because they're sick. The only reason they're trying to protect themselves, that's what I'm saying. They're protecting themselves. They're trying to keep the stem. They're basically, all they're doing is seeing a gushing wound, and all they're doing is putting a small little band-aid the size of a thimble on it and hoping it'll plug up the hole. All it's doing is getting wet. You could tell these guys have blood on their hands, and you know what they're doing? Nothing, absolutely nothing. And to end my little rant, I've already had this situation where I was having a little pool party. Apparently, my little sister wanted to have a little pool party with her friends, and at the time she was about 6 or 7, and she was just having a little fun, having a blast. Me and my buddy were just hanging out, making sure that they didn't drown themselves. You know how kids go nuts. Fully agree. I agree with you there. And that's the politicians these days. They don't care about the people anymore. They don't care. And that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm telling you the story about my little sister now is she was, again, 6 to 7 years old, and we were hanging out, and my buddy goes, "Hey bro, some guy's been loitering. He's been like pacing a little bit." And I'm like, "What's going on?" "Okay, let me go check." So I go in my house, grab the keys, because I was gonna go check the mail, because why not check the mail, make it look innocuous. So I go out and go check the mail, and I see the guy pacing again. The guy had no shame. He had absolutely no shame. He was checking out the kids, I could tell. And I'm like, it's one thing to see the kids and see that they're having fun. It's innocuous as it is, because when I thought it, I kind of puked a little in my mouth. Not to mention, I wanted to strangle the guy, but I was trying to not go to jail, But anyway, as I was going, I saw him linger a little too long. Because it's not like it's kind of suspicious when you linger. Like, when I see kids having fun, I just move along. I have a little smile on my face because they're having fun. I don't stand there and look at them like they're a fucking piece of candy. That's the creepiest thing in the world. Anybody that does that, man, is the sickest bastard out there. Like, oh my fucking gods, he just stood there for about a minute or so. The only reason I said a minute, because I didn't let him get there any longer, because I knew he would have stood there. I said, "Hey, bud, can I help you? You checking out the apartments around here?" Because I know there was a few apartments that were, basically on lease. And the guy goes, "Oh, yeah, no, I mean, I was just looking at the neighborhood." I was like, "Yeah, neighborhood. Uh-huh. Basically, our neighborhood is nothing but a parking lot. Literally. I'm not kidding. Like, it was literally just basically 2 apartment complexes with houses on top of them. And it's literally just nothing but parking there. There's nothing to look at." So I don't know what he was talking about. Anyway, so he sits there. He's looking at me. So, who are the kids? And I'm like, none of your business. That's the first thing that he had to ask was, who was the kids? Who gives 2 shits about the kids, man? Like, you don't need to worry about the kids. I told him, you don't need to worry about that. Go, get out of here. I don't want to see you ever again. He goes, come on, man. And it's like, I told, before he even starts justifying himself, I look at him and it's like, bro, and I mean that in the most loosely, I want to beat the shit clean off of you kind of situation that I can muster without getting arrested. I'm nowhere near happy that you're here. I don't ever want to see you again. If I do, I'm calling the goddamn cops before I try to kill you. Didn't say that part. I said before I try to harm you. Because these are children and I know what you are. I could tell in your eyes what kind of person you are. And believe me, around here, we do not fucking tolerate that shit. Mind you, the guy was at least a foot taller than me. And I was not scared. The reason why, there's two reasons why. My buddy was there too. He starts walking up, sensing there was an issue. And one of our neighbors comes out and pulls out a knife. I know that because I was in a position to see both my friend from behind me and my neighbor from my left, or was it my right? I think it was my left. The point was, I saw my neighbor coming out. I know he was listening to the conversation because he was there. We were practically next to his house. So I can tell he was listening just to make sure everything's fine. So my neighbor comes out pulling a one of those Crocodile Dundee kind of blades. You know, those wicked like knives. I can't show even if I had it. I never did. He comes out with it and he goes, hey, is there a problem? The guy notices I got back up and he goes, he doesn't say nothing. He just walks off. All I say was, hey, get to stepping. I never want to fucking see you again. Now run. Run for the rest of your life. And the fucker thought I was kidding. So I kind of threw a rock at him. The fucker thought I wasn't kidding. So I grabbed the rock. Like I said, I grabbed the rock and I threw it at him. He's like, get the out of here. Just enough where he could hear me and not the kids, obviously, because I didn't want the kids, being worried about anything. And the guy picked up the pace faster than I can think. I swear, I saw a sonic boom when he started running. Like, oh my God, so this guy had enough balls to think that he wasn't going to get caught or whatever. But, community, right? And that's what I'm talking about all this. It's like solidarity, it was the whole solidarity. And to basically end the story, my buddy and me had a plan. Basically, the kids, we would take them the next week to the swimming pool. And we took them. We were having fun with it. And the kids had fun. And, they were having a blast. Although my sister never... I told her, mind you, I told you at one point, after like 8 years, I told her about the story. And she goes, why'd you do that? And I said... well, let me put it this way. If I had if I'd done what I thought I was going to try to do to him, you would be seeing me right now through a pane window. You wouldn't be talking to me right now. You'd be with a phone right here going, yeah, that's what I did to him, and I had to do it, and I would do it again. But I held myself back with a law, and mind you, again, I'm pretty sure there are warriors out there, and I call them warriors because they did what I didn't have the nerve to do. Oh yeah, no, trust me, I get that. I agree with you there. Fully agree with you, Hennessy, man, because like I don't like I don't like when people do that crap either. Uh, they hide themselves. They think that they're in the right because they're in society. Like, first of all, the fact that they're in society is only the only reason they're in society right now is because people allow them. The governments do nothing for what they do. Um, they say that there's treatments. There is no treatments, ladies and gentlemen. It's the same shit when in the 60s when they tried to do the whole, corrective surgery when people found out that you were gay. Yeah, 50s and 60s that I don't even know if they did it in the 30s and 40s. I'm pretty sure they did, where they found out that you were, bisexual or gay or whatever. They basically put you in what's called a lobotomy. And I don't know what you guys. So basically, they either do it chemically or they do it through surgery. So basically, through chemicals, they try to alter your brain chemistry into thinking that what you were thinking was completely wrong, or they try to put you in some kind of cult or whatever, and like put it in your head that you being you is wrong. You got to do it the way we do it, or it's completely and utterly okay. You can't be that way because it's not okay. First of all, as long as you aren't targeting innocent people, you can do whatever you want. I don't care. You can have some fun with your boyfriend, your girlfriend, and like it doesn't matter, because I don't know why people think that it's wrong. And I've actually seen some of that too as well, the whole gay thing. No, I'm not gay, but I have a few friends that are, and one of my friends had wanted to go. And this is when I found out something horrible, that a whole company, or at least the owners, were having issues. I'm not going to say which place, because, again, it's a running gag. But the point is, there was a restaurant. If you guys know, you know. My friend went to go and talk to them. And he said... So basically, he said, I wanted to go apply there, and they said no. I said, oh, that's messed up of a rejection. But the way he said that, he made it very clear it had more to do with his mannerisms than anything. Like the fact that this guy was flamboyant, very flamboyant, and not all flamboyant men are gay. They're just expressive. Personally, I can be very flamboyant at times, and I do it sometimes purposefully to prove a point that not all gay men can be, again, flamboyant. It just means that they have a very unique expressions. They just have. I feel like it's just natural, attuned. I'm attuned to myself, and people assume that the way I act is because of the fact that I'm gay. I'm not. Not that there isn't anything wrong with it. I'm just saying that's what they were judging him on. And I said, hey, what the hell? So what happened there? He goes, well, no, nothing. I'm just not going to work there anymore. I'm never going to eat there again. Mind you, ladies and gentlemen, I've been to the restaurant once. Only once. Food was not even worth it. Their fries were dry. Their chicken was really small, and it was like $23 for just a thing of fry, a drink, and a small sandwich. It was not worth it. I don't know if you guys, and mind you, I told you what I ate, but then there's a lot of restaurants that have chicken sandwiches and fries. So it might narrow it down. I'm not going to say the name. Again, there's a reason for it. I just don't think that and mind you, judging by what the way I've described them, I'm pretty sure some of you guys know what I'm talking about. Please don't, blast them, because it's not worth it, especially to me. I'm just putting out the fact that these guys did something wrong, and I feel like it's one of the reasons why society is shit, because It not only are we judging people, we are hurting them in every conceivable way. It's like we're trying to break ourselves down. And like you were saying, Hennessy, we're basically hurting each other. We're seeing the frame, but not the picture inside. That's what you said, and I agree with you wholeheartedly. We're hurting each other and not seeing the person. We think that we see the whole picture, but we don't. And a lot of people have that very strong sense where they think that they're right. Oh, yeah, I agree. I agree, Henry. Hennessy, my bad, Hennessy. The point is, my biggest takeaway of this whole video, guys, is let's spread love, not hate. And when I say love, I mean spread some happiness. Go out there and crack a corny ass joke, even if it has to be a little dirty. That's fine. I mean, I'm cool with that. Dirty jokes are sometimes fun. Just be careful of the audience. I'll tell you that right now. But no, if you can go out there and go to a perfect stranger and make them feel happy, if you can make them smile a little, it gives the life a little more meaning in this world. If not for me, do it for the world, because I don't give two shits half the time. For me, all I do it is so I can actually live in this stinking cesspool of a society that we call a world. Anyway, thank you for checking out my video, guys, and please check out my late night videos, or I'm gonna be doing some gaming. Hopefully you guys enjoy the gaming ones, and if you guys have any ideas on what kind of games you want to check out for PS5, I'll take them under consideration. Like, seriously, guys, I'd love to check out games that you guys recommend for me, and I would love to see you guys on the channel more often. We can talk, we could do all that stuff, because I fully agree on that one, Hennessy. I sincerely agree with you, man. That's one of the reasons why I do what I do. Is because I know I can't control everybody else, but I can control what I do. It's just who I am. And I prefer to live my life and live this world with a little love, as much as I can. And if I can't find it, I'll make it. Because this world is dark enough as it is. I don't need any more. Because believe me, that there is going to be a limit to the point where if things go even more south than it is now, yeah, none of us will survive. I got 3 titles that can explain what would happen. One title is definitely Fallout. That's definitely one possibility. Another good title would be, I'm actually surprised this didn't happen, it would have been the Last of Us series. You know, the whole, pandemic, everything went to shit kind of situation. Surprised that didn't happen. Still waiting for the zombies. And the third one would definitely be Resident Evil. Some pharmaceutical bastards thinking, hey, I'm God, might as well do this, and then all of a sudden, another Raccoon City all over again. And if you guys get the references, I have those games as well. If you guys want to see me play another version of those games, I would love to do that. I love to do seasonal games as well. Check out my videos. I sincerely appreciate it. Thank you very much. I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care. This is your friendly neighborhood gamer, Ginny Kendall, wishing you all love, life, and happiness. And yes, this coming from a genie, it's very funny. Take care. And I hope you guys all have a great rest of your night. Oh, totally, man. Totally, Hennessy. Check out. I'm doing a live stream tonight, so it's not gonna be a walkabout, but it is gonna be me online. So look forward to that. I'll see you guys in tonight. Which God? I'm polytheistic. Anyway, take care.